Most men aren't living. They're surviving. I'm Andy. I've started something called The Butcher. Not gore, not violence, or not anything nasty. In fact, quite the opposite. It's more of a group setup to cut the bullshit and to carve out a better man. That's why it's called The Butcher. Because there's a lot of cutting out of things. There's a lot of walking away from things and habits that you think are useful to you, but they're not. They're things that destroy you as a person. These could be self-sabotaging things. They could be uncontrolled aggression. They could be unhealthy relationships, unhealthy friendships, unhealthy habits, whatever they are, you need to cut them the fuck out. So many men lose their lives every year because of a lot of the things that I'm going to talk about in this video. This is going to be your diary. I'm not an influencer. I'm not someone who's going to try and sell you some shit. But I am somebody that's going to try and help. How I've been able to help myself and how I've been able to grow from the issues that were holding me back, the things that I cut out and the things that I've been able to carve since. I want to extend that onto other people that have maybe struggled similar things so that they can stop just surviving and start thriving. First, I want to tell you a little bit about myself, where I come from, who I am, what I've done, the things I've endured, and so on and so forth. This isn't going to be a, oh, poor me, feel sympathy for me shit. I don't want any of that. I want to tell you who I am and where I've come from and how life has affected me so that you can maybe have something resonate with you. Maybe it doesn't resonate with you, but you understand what I'm saying. Either way, I want people to try and connect with me and the things that I say to see if the things that I'm going to talk about in order to help you are going to help you or not. If you find value in this, and you stick to the 3 pillars that I'll talk about later, then you can, thrive instead of surviving, like I said before. A lot of these things are going to be about physical health, mental health, diet, and how that plays a part in your physical and mental well-being as well. And so many people don't realize how your diet and how you supplement and things like that can change everything about you. When you go to a doctor and say, oh, doctor, I'm suffering this, I'm suffering that, sometimes a doctor might turn around and say, well, look, just change your diet, do some more exercise, and you'll feel fine. I used to dismiss that as, oh, what are you talking about? It's true. They don't really frame it in a way that resonates. They just say it basically. And that's the problem, really. You don't listen to what they're saying until you end up with problems with your kidneys or your heart or whatever the case. And diet for so many people is a contributing factor. You don't realize. Some of this might not make any sense. You might think that I'm just waffling for the sake of waffling. But we live in a world where fast food is cheap and easy to acquire. It's convenient, but it's poison. And I don't care who disagrees with me. The thing is that when you go to most restaurants, you can usually get a good meal. You can get something nice. So you think, well, okay, well, I'm not having fast food. I'm not going to one of those chains, and eating their crap. But when you go to other restaurants, sometimes they're not better. Sometimes they use reheated frozen meals or they add things to it to make it nicer for you, but it's not healthy. You think it is because you're not in one of those chains. When I was 13, something happened to me. Something that I buried. Something that shaped me into something that I never wanted to be. Something that ended up affecting other people too. Because I buried it, I didn't acknowledge it, I didn't deal with it, and I didn't know how. And quite a lot of the people around me were not equipped to help me. When I did go to a doctor or when I did go to somebody, they didn't want to help. People like to see, oh, you're just bad or you're just an asshole or whatever. And it's not that at all. I was aggressive. I was angry, but I didn't know why. I did some dumb shit. I used to hit doors, put my fist through a door because I thought I was a big man. I used to shout and scream. It was ridiculous and it was stupid. What I needed was a steady hand. What I needed was guidance. Somebody to cut through the bullshit. Make my actions have consequences. You could arguably say, okay, well, you should have taken accountability for your actions. That's what I'm doing now. I'm taking accountability now. It's all very well and saying you should have taken accountability then. I didn't know what I was doing. I was completely unconscious of it. And some people might think, well, how can you not be conscious of it? I don't know. I wasn't there. I wasn't the version of me. I was angry. I was projecting. Look, I'm not going to go into detail. Those around me know what I was like. There's no admission of guilt. It's never black and white. But I was a prick. Ultimately, what saved me was honesty. What changed me was honesty. Taking accountability for the now. I stopped lying. And that was one of the biggest things, lying. I stopped lying. I started telling the truth. I started taking accountability for myself, even if that meant me making myself look like the bad guy or making myself look like an idiot. I told the truth. When people lie, they tend to do it through a lens of self-preservation. They don't want to be in trouble. They don't want people to look at them in a bad way. So they lie. I understand. But it doesn't work. It catches up with you. You can't lie to yourself forever because if you do, the results later will be detrimental. One mantra that I've always kind of lived by is everything that you say and do has a cost. Make sure you can afford it. But I'm not telling you what happened to me when I was 13 to try and pluck some sympathy out of the air. Ultimately, later, when I did eventually press charges, it went to Crown Court. And the person that wronged me got 9 years. It's still a raw thing to live with. But I corrected it. The only wish I have is that when I was that 17, 18-year-old, 19-year-old idiot that was angry, lashing out, the people that around me that I hurt, I truly loved, and I didn't want to hurt them. And I paid a price for that. So that's why I've started The Butcher. To cut out the bullshit. To carve a better man. The first things first, if you're acting like a dick, you're hitting walls and you're shouting and you're belittling people and you're being a fucking asshole, get out of those relationships and save those people. Because you're an asshole. Stop it. Whatever happened to you probably wasn't your fault. You can't change it. But that doesn't mean you have to perpetuate it. The Butcher's Bible. Sounds a little bit egotistical, but ultimately it's going to show you how to take back control of your body, your diet, your mental state, and also how to rebuild your finances. If you fucked yourself financially because of all of these things, maybe you've ended up in a messy divorce, whatever the case may be, I'm going to help you rebuild them. And there's somebody else coming along for this journey too, and you're going to meet them at some point. But we're going to rebuild everything. And that's what the 3 pillars are. Rebuild yourself physically, rebuild yourself mentally, and rebuild yourself financially. That's it, in a nutshell. And how you do that is surprisingly easy. Surprisingly easy. It's so fucking easy that by the time that you've been able to commit to what I'm going to teach you, you're going to kick yourself because it's fucking simple. I've created this video for mostly men, but if you're a woman and you find value in this, great. Come along for the ride if you want to. I won't tolerate the usual misandry and man versus woman, all of that shit. I won't tolerate that here. That's not what we're about. This is about improving lives. This is about making sure that your physical, mental, and, financial well-being is catered for and taken care of. Join the group. I'll leave all the links in the description. Join the group. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on TikTok. Follow me on YouTube as well. I'm going to show you some things over the next few weeks that are going to change your fucking life. And if you don't fucking believe me, fuck off. Not interested in you. If you actually want to make a change, follow me. Come along for the ride. Try it. Try the fucking things that I say. Actually do it. Record yourself doing it. Take some accountability for your fucking life. For real. I'll show you what to do and then do it the rest yourself. And then tell other people how to do it. It's time to stop being weak. It's time to actually pick yourself up properly. Start taking accountability for your life, for the people around you. Stop lying to yourself. Stop lying to others. Follow Butcher, cut out the bullshit, carve out a better man. Speak to you soon.